I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
No.
Ah! Professor Zaha Hadid!
Wow, so it really is you. My goodness, whatever is going on tonight?
We're looking for Cyno. So, he's already been here.
Yes, not long ago, in fact. He knocked on my door and asked if I'd seen Cyrus today at all. I told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his place, and would you believe it? He's gone. Goodness knows where to. It must have alarmed Cyno, because he took off in an awful hurry after that. He never did explain what this was all about.
Shit, we don't know why.
How serious is it?
Well, if Cyrus isn't at home... Oh, it sure doesn't sound good.
Professor, did you hear that a student recently tried to extort Cyrus?
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field in complete silence. He had a piece of paper clutched in his hand, and he looked lost in thought. I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit him that day, he'd probably still be holding on to that thing. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Core of 30, but Cyrus was very reluctant. He claimed it would only damage his reputation. Eventually, he relented, after much persuasion from Cyno.
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it? Well, that's strange. When we saw him, he seemed pretty okay with the idea of the kid getting his just desserts.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia. That's why Cyno was so insistent that he report the matter to the authorities. I was there while they were going back and forth over it.
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going public. But why?
Probably.
Oh, dear. What on earth has that old fool gotten himself wrapped up in? Oh, I do hope he's not in danger.
That's a good point.
Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you. He wrote it when he came by earlier. He realized you might come looking for him.
Nasha!
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon take a look!
Ah, shoot. Ah, of course. Well, not gonna listen to that.
My friends, this is a
Already
wrap.
ready.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor. Please do not worry. We will do all we can to protect both Cyno and Cyrus.
This letter can't stop me, because I can't read.
Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and regroup.
Else? Yes! I love regrouping.
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost their trail.
We got anonymous, well, not anonymous, we got a letter from, we got a vague's more of a specific word, the correct one as well. Anyway, we got a letter saying, don't follow me, with no instructions. So obviously we're gonna follow him, but we don't know where to start.
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Cyno got there before us, but he was long gone by the time we arrived.
He didn't say where he was going?
No, he left us a letter and told us not to go after him.
If anything, he was purposely trying to make sure we didn't know where he was going, so... Well... Very little.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
Yeah, looks right to me. If anything, it looks even more detailed than was on the letter.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire academia collection, and that book was the only one with a record of the motif.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source.
Oh, was Uraka the kid? I didn't pay attention to his name.
The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
That's not a good description. Like, we need physical, like appearance attributes here. Like, for example, he had brown hair and brown eyes and wore a red shirt. I don't know, something like that. Not, oh yeah, he like smart and he was like really pretty. Like, okay. I mean, that's useful for if I get to talk to the guy when it comes to the well-educated bit, because maybe I can figure that out. But that's not specific enough on looks.
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business, as part of a merchant caravan. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say, and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it, then handed him some pen and paper to write the letter.
I see. So it could be that this person planted the paper intentionally.
Yeah, probably knowing that Cyrus would recognize the symbol. Boom, shakalaka ding dong, woo.
So, how do we find this guy? Did Uraka say where he is?
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips on how to carry out the extortion, but from then on, Uraka was acting alone.
No, what a fucking surprise. It's like, I don't know. It's like, of course it'd be too convenient if you did know.
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Court of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records.
We have those? Okay.
Also, Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence in the Academia is just a facade.
Trying to keep track of this names. Who's Nephis again?
The true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia. But, as time went by, the sages gradually became corrupt and foolish.
Oh, what a surprise. I mean, sages fucking around? Nah.
The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago.
Ah. Okay.
Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to the people's livelihoods.
Oh, so literal silence then. Like, information is like, no, shush, no say information, bad information. And that's the Temple of Silence. It's like literally just, shh, shut your mouth, shut your fucking mouth, shh, shh. And that's all they do.
At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
Has it not stayed to its roots?
The academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
The academia doing fucking stupid shit. What a surprise.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years!
But no one could be asked to check.
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence if they left centuries ago?
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why he went after him in such a rush.
Yeah, but he's gone somewhere, and who knows where.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step of the plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus to see the emblem on the letter.
Yep, figured that part out. But that's kind of as far as we've gotten, which is not very helpful. Kind of have to ask Cyrus himself. Or Cyno if he knows. I don't know.
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take care of the whole thing by himself. Unfortunately for him, Cyno had other plans.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated, that is in all likelihood where Cyrus went.
Yeah, but the desert's a big place. Can we narrow it down a bit?
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat? Why don't we send someone else?
Oh shit, yeah, good point. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, no, you're completely right. Yeah, I remember that.
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous feeling that if we don't catch up to them soon...
I'll go. I mean, usually I don't volunteer for these things, but like in this instance, since it's with these guys, and I like these guys, and I would be willing to help these guys out, no question, I guess I will volunteer to go, even if it's whether it's I mean, that's where it's going to go anyway. It's just a question of whether anyone's going to come with.
Everyone, I have news from the core of 30.
As long as someone doesn't collapse of heat exhaustion. Tainari.
Master!
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari's master? Oh, we're finally getting to meet him in person.
It's a pleasure to meet you, traveler in Paimon.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you too. It's an absolute honor. I can't look in his face. Oh my god, why did they do him dirty like that? It's kind of funny that him and Tainai kind of have a similar haircut. It's not like one of the conditions of being like taught by this guy. You have to chop your hair to be like his. Like that's the hair. Like it's not even that. I mean, it doesn't suit him that well. It's not even the. It's the, like I could if it was just the hair, that'd be fine. But something about it combined with those glasses, the glasses themselves, are just like on anyone are just like ridiculous. Altogether though, oh my god. Oh, thank Christ, I'm not in this fucking... Can you imagine, like, meeting someone? being there, like, and this is my master, Nefis, I think is how they said to pronounce the name. And you turn around and you're like, oh, nice to meet you. Maybe hold your hand up to shake, and you look up at his face, and it's like, you instantly just burst out laughing at it. Oh my god, you'd never be able to. It's like, great first impression. It's like, I'm sorry. Glasses.
Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Rebot.
Right, serious situation. Right, for sure. Please take off the glasses. Oh my god, why did they design him like this? Massive fucking... There's no way that hair is attached. That's gotta be a wig. Look how it's formed at the top there. That can't be. This is ridiculous. Meet someone, fucking start laughing in their face. Oh, I am not polite enough.
I was going to suggest that you join forces with the core of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from Alhaitham and Kaveh, the Temple of Silence is involved.
And that's a problem?
The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about.
Oh yeah.
It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless a stain on our legacy.
Oh yeah. Also, serious scenarios going down right now. Why the fuck did they dare design the guy explaining it to look like that? They could have. I know, like, it's good to make NPCs, especially ones that are more important to the plot than just any shopkeeper, like, more unique looking to stand out. I get that. Why this?
I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective.
I wouldn't.
Now is the time for action.
There's no point, it'd be a waste of time, because I would still, even if, like, you'd be there like, and these are our reasons, I'd still be there like, that's stupid as shit, you're idiots, and then move on, so it would get us nowhere.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated than we thought. I think we need to keep a low profile, or risk making things worse.
At least the haircut suits Tainari. This is because it's, like, a little bit more, like, detailed.
Good point.
That's a wig.
If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, if he's fallen into their hands, and... everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back safely. We cannot afford to lose them.
Nah, Shah.
Need our help? Whatever you need, we got you covered.
Yeah, I'm also here. I'm not part of the Academia or anything like that, but I will still help, and I'll probably do it better than you will.
Really? Wonderful.
Man.
You have my most sincere gratitude.
Such a, like, serious fucking occasion, and the guy is the most normal ass personality. Well, so far, like, you know, he's like a completely normal guy. He's got like he's being serious and explaining stuff, and it's like yeah. And then you look at his fucking face, and it's like it doesn't match. It doesn't work.
Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Kaveh, Scribe Al-Haytham, I'd like to ask you to cover the duties of the House of Dana.
I don't know what that means, so I'm glad you two do, because, does that mean he's not coming with? I mean, I saw that coming. We'll either go after Cyno by ourselves or with Tighnari, depending on whether he can handle the heat. But I wanted, it's fine. Why am I surprised? I knew it was gonna, why am I disappointed? Like, I knew it was gonna happen, but it's still like, it sucks. But I have no idea what those words mean. Duties of the House of... I'm glad they do, because I'd be there like, I don't know what that means.
Tighnari, you're planning to go into the desert, correct?
Could you call the duties of the House of... Dana? I've already forgotten what he said. I'd be there like, first of all, what's that again? And second of all, what duties?
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay. You stay behind to help Master and I'll hate them.
No, Kaveh, we will not be okay. You come with. This is bullshit.
Well, if you're sure. Okay. But be careful.
Oh god, don't collapse if heat exhaustion again, please. I won't know what to do. Water, preferably.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Yeah, I would like help to get back the characters I want to come with. It's fine.
Will do. Let's go, Tighnari. Hopefully we can catch up with Cyno before it's too late.
How fast could he possibly...
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance already.
Shit.
But we still have a shot. Let's take it.
Well, we don't have like a car or something. I suppose that cars there might not exist. Hit like horse? I don't know. Camel? Actually, desert. Camel.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything.
Hold on. Look over there.
Oh!
Is that Dia?
I think I see Cyno as well.
You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but still.
Sumeru, like, story event really was there, like... Well, Cyno's story event was really there, like, let's get every playable character for Sumeru to appear at least once.
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Cyno!
He's not gonna be happy we followed.
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
How long is this gonna take? Hold on a second. Days? Ah, fuck, how long is this gonna take?
Makes sense.
It's like an hour already.
Okay, I'll go get ready.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Hello.
Didn't I tell you not to come after me?
Yeah, I ignored
I
it.
thought I had a good lead on you.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you did, but I was like, fuck that, and then I did it anyway.
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that.
Yeah.
Why would you go off on your own like this?
You asked us to, like, stay away, but we never made any fucking agreement to that bullshit, so we're like, fuck that, and then we came.
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation. And I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it.
Well, too late, we're here now. Tough shit.
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Ribat.
Sorry, I was having a fall.
But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something? Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Side note, hello characters we have not seen for a bit.
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
Sumeru characters really come in pairs, huh? Them two are usually together.
You're
as well.
looking well. Glad to see it. Candace and I came to Caravan Ribat on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies.
Ah, sweet. Can we ride one of those Soto beasts? We never. I wanna like control one for like a bit. Otherwise, we have to walk, and that's gonna take forever.
That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
Yeah.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks.
God damn it, why can't things be simple?
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Yeah, right?
Still, if he started from Caravan Rebot, the chances are that his route took him past our village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Ah, come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something.
That's a deal.
All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help. I don't take it for granted.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember.
And don't think you'd be imposing.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of...
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
What, we can't walk and talk?
Go on.
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the academia is a fake.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power?
Kind of.
Hermanubis, the original founder of the Temple of Silence. Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger.
Doesn't sound fun.
Later, I met the professor, and he brought me to Sumeru City. But my memory of that time is hazy. I can't recall much.
Probably the trauma. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's another character with a traumatic past. You'd be following a long line of them.
It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that, I don't know if we would have connected the dots
Love that, man.
and realized there was more to this case than mere extortion. I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it, or because my memory fails me, it's hard to say.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for Alhaitham's diligence during his time as acting Grand Sage.
Diligence my ass. Motherfucker was just being nosy and knew he could get away with it during the time because of the position he was in, which he didn't want. But he was like, oh, fuck it. If I have to do this anyway, I might as well make the most of it by being a little shit and access things I wouldn't usually be able to. Because a little shit is what he is. But in this case, yes, it's useful to know shit you're not meant to. I'll give you that. God, this is gonna get serious, isn't it? If it involves his past, it's never usually a light-hearted topic in this game.
But Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it. Oh, maybe his connection to the Temple of Silence goes even deeper than yours.
I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the
Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realize, don't you, now that we've caught up with you, you're stuck with us for the rest of the way.
Huh?
I am aware. And I have accepted it.
Yeah, should've done that from the start, bitch.
Or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you en route. So, I might as well accept that you're coming with me.
Yep.
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not. So the best option now is to try to look out for each other. Ha!
You can't get rid of us. We're like a disease, we follow.
Fair enough. Then at least let me buy you a drink once we're back in the city.
Let's do all this shit first. Celebrate later.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Ah, the sun. It's blinding.
Hold on. I see some people over there.
Oh, that's a playable character.
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
Yeah, sure, it's a playable character. There's only so much that could happen.
Should be. I'll go...
You shut your fucking mouth.
No. I'll do it.
Why can't we all do it?
Huh? Why can't Cyno go talk to them? What difference does it make?
Given my background, appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor here. Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
Ah, it's a playable character, I can tell from a mile away. Also, I think it's the new guy, who I know nothing about, so... Not him, I don't know who that is.
Ah, hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting.
But him?
My friend and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions?
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
What is it with you people and really dramatic descriptions? At least you went for the hair colour. Thoughtful eyes? What the fuck does that mean?
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
I mean, I know he said Cyno shouldn't go interact because of, like, who he is, the dress, the background, all that kind of shit. But, like, we are standing blatantly in view, even if we're not the one talking to them. They can fucking see us, and they know we're associated, because I know he only just walked away from us for, like, 20 paces, so, like...
He's looking behind me.
Well, yeah, no shit. What, you think you're tall enough to block the view? We're on top of a fucking hill.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Doesn't seem like an unpleasant expression, though, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too.
Is it the fake ears? Oh, well.
Hey! Aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
Most people seem to.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you?
No, yes, maybe.
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Yeah, he seems fine. Could be worse. Unless we're gonna start a fight, but again, that still could be worse.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you?
I don't have an opinion either way, to be honest. It doesn't bother me.
No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
I'm not too concerned about it. Like, I'm sure it'd be fine. But why bother dissolving us into a fight unless we have to? Because don't we want information from these people? I don't think fighting them's a good way to so you want to tell us stuff now? Fuck you, you kicked me in the nuts. It's like, well...
Hey, hear that, guys? You're my henchman now.
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
Oh, me, you too, buddy.
All right. Come with me. All of you.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Don't you want to find your friend? A silver-haired, long-robed, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. I'll take you to him.
We're not gonna do name intros? No? Okay. Fuck that part, I guess.
And?
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here!
Please, step back.
Whoa! Something's coming out of the ground!
Uh-huh. What you know? Oh!
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Wait, so... Hold on, who are you guys really?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
Again, are you people not capable of walking and talking? This is the Hilly show dancing in the background there. Alright. God forbid we walk and talk. Wow.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis.
It's also bigger on the inside than it perceived on the outside, but ayo. Yep.
Oh, Paimon's scared.
Eh. Unless the statue's not.
They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Uraka met in the tavern?
You know what, Paimon? If you want to be, like, quiet about it, to tell me something you don't want other people to hear, how about you try whispering?
Well, that's wrong. Thinking about your professor?
What is it?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Well, me too. I hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
We really have a lot of distrust for this guy for no reason. I am fairly neutral since, please.
Alright, you can wait here for now.
For now?
I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended? Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
Oh, but it could be a prison we're in.
They can't have been at the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
So this is the Temple of Silence.
I mean, it is quiet in here, I'll give him that.
After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Oh, well.
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Where's the so-called leader, fucker?
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
Oh, fucking useful.
What's your name?
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself.
You could have sounded more genuine about that, but okay.
My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
Thanks, Steph.
So
Alright.
we're free to explore by ourselves.
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around.
What a weird situation. Come over here, follow me, wait in here, but also look around for a bit, but also don't ask me anything. Ever.
Ah, here he is.
He? I mean, maybe, yeah, we might judge. Yeah. You know what? It's very judgy of me. Here he is, yes. Yeah, that's a flame game, although it is a strange one. Oh, Grangy. You have people ever think of investing in lights? Or cleaners? Is that dust particles on the air? I can't tell.
Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Oh, Grandpapa! Oh, you're the leader's grandson. Ah.
Well done, Sethos.
Well, you never mentioned that part.
Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon,
Hey,
the
Ba
current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience.
You're welcome.
Bring him out.
This is gonna end well.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Alright, no need for that. It's an old dude, but okay.
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us.
Can't be in a good way, because I don't think you treat people who are important to you by, like, I assume his hands are tied, and knocking them down.
Cyrus owes me his life. and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now the time has come to demand payment.
A bit of a cult, this place, huh?
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly.
Teleport points are very useful.
Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved.
How dare you? The Traveler's like several hundred years old. I think. Was I ever confirmed? I'm pretty sure we are. I am old enough to know shit.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you. No matter what you do, you shouldn't have come. Let alone brought the others.
Ah, to be fair, on that point, we didn't give much of a choice. We kind of just forced him.
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
Yeah, right, it was unfair. Bullshit. Like, Tainari just been there like, alright, enough of this dramatic bullshit. Just tell us what the fuck's going on. Like, no need for all this.
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune.
Well, it doesn't seem to give you much fortune right now anyway, so what's the difference?
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own children.
What you get up to, old man?
You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt convicted you. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, new opportunity.
It does look a lot like Cyno's outfit, huh?
But then you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. And then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power.
Oh. Uh-oh.
We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
Dramatic, huh?
You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his power?
Does he mean you?
Professor, anything to say?
The moon is right. I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermanubis together. It was a great, daring plan, and one shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Silence had been bereft of Hermanubis for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning. Paimon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of suitable vessels.
What?
If the experiment was successful, the spirit of Hermanubis would then dwell within the vessel.
That doesn't sound good. What?
Many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis' power. In the end, Paimon offered his own adoptive grandson.
Ah, adopted grandson. God, just keeps getting more information about you, huh? Indirectly.
One other child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody in exchange for a small fortune.
Oh, really?
These two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis' power.
Ah, you power greedy son of bitches. Really? Bought a child? Wow.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony, and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, this power did not repel them, this would mean that they were suitable vessels.
So you knew, yeah, experiments, yeah, test subjects. So you knew what it basically was. Experimentations on children. You people are fucked.
The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment. Resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation. The resonance stage went quite smoothly for both candidates.
I don't care the bullshit reasons for this whole power thing. I don't give a fuck for the reasons. It is just child experimentation is what this is. You people are fucked. What the fuck, bro?
As the 2nd stage began,
Not
I
right now,
realized
Benny.
a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, we could implant each fragment in a different vessel at the same time and compare their effects.
Uh-huh. Again, describing child experimentations. I don't know who that was who wanted to join. Why do people keep asking to join my world of all fucking places? I don't know. But sorry, a little busy.
But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. I knew that if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate and be gone from the world for good.
Yeah, so fuck them kids, right?
Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments into the same vessel seemed out of the question. To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since. I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us a devastating blow.
Child.
We've been in decline ever since you left.
To a child.
I see. So that's how I gained my power.
Still, to a child, you don't fucking deserve him. You leave him be.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you are seeking justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. I'm an old man now anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the Academia.
Probably.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord.
You know, when you were a child and we experimented on you to revival of our Lord. Remember that shit? Yeah. Ha!
You and he, Sethos, you were our final hope.
Well, you got 1 out of 2.
You'd like me to return my power?
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim it.
Just because you're the follow a Hermanubis, however you say it, does not mean you have the right to the power. I don't know who, whatever, you know, this power that apparently is passed from Hermanubis, or how the hell it works. Like, just because you're the follow does not mean you get it. That's not how this shit works. Like, you know, follow whatever you want, but you can't just demand shit like it belongs to you. Like, I follow this god, therefore I should get their shit. It's like, no.
That power is not yours to reclaim. Cyno was chosen by the gods You cannot take what they have bestowed.
You fucking try and hurt my boy, you people are fucked.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child, Sethos, has the same gift as he.
Good for him, and what? And, like, okay, then glad he's chilling with that. Your point?
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
The Temple of Silence is an innocent party.
But you're in charge of it.
It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the Temple's glory has waned. And now I must take responsibility for the decision I made back
yeah,
then.
The problem is you're the leader of it though, so fuck the temple, and also, like, Cyno can do what the fuck he wants. You leave him alone.
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not enough? You're asking me to return the one in my possession, so it can be implanted in him instead?
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it. How do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it?
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear. And your objections mean little, given that you turned your back on us long ago.
Yeah, let's sacrifice another person. It's not bad enough we experimented on him as a child. Now let's try again.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea. However...
Cyno, no. It is a terrible idea. Don't. No. This is stupid.
Don't listen to him, Cyno. That power is no more yours to give than it is his to take.
Right?
You have to understand.
Even if it's power or no power, just leave him the fuck alone. It's nothing to do with you. You already did enough shit to him as a kid. Just let him live his fucking life.
I know. But if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then there is nothing to debate.
We'll fight our way out. It's not that many of them.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing. Say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the rest of your cards on the table.
Wait, those ears. So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst.
Oh, God.
Splendid. Fate smiles upon us after all.
What the fuck? This guy's creepy. What is he saying now? Cephas, your grandfather, adopted grandfather, but yeah, it's fucking creepy.
Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we'll...
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
Sick, probably.
Paimon, you...
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos, you must...
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands.
Ugh.
I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase.
Oh, don't you? Oh, okay. I've seen different with our interactions thus far, but please.
Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours.
Who says that wisdom is your right anyway, so...
Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past.
I'm surprised you're so chilled about it, considering you're also one of the people who got, like, fucked over this. Although I suppose at least you weren't bought into it. Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus. My grandfather gave him his chance once. And now I'm giving the rest of you yours.
That's kind of the whole reason we came here. And once again, like, didn't get our question answered, but okay.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Paimon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better, and things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
People in charge now? Not as much dicks as they used to be. Plus, like, Archon's back now, and Need is pretty chill, so...
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus.
Yeah, it's not really your grandfather's right to, keep this power fragment that he put in a child. It's not his right to keep hold of this child, and it's not his right to have this power. It's very entitled of him, to be honest. Bit of a Karen.
Tighnari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan than this, and I agree. All you and Ba Moon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. I am the one who has a choice to make. And that's how it was always going to be. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the professor, correct?
We've been through this.
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration.
I won't forsake my professor. Nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict. Cyno. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back
Your
now.
grandfather should be, like, resting in bed, but okay.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until then, take some time for yourself.
I don't like this place.
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Cyno. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
Don't do that lone wolf bullshit again. Wait until nighttime. Oh, wow, okay. Ugh.